This is the tick of the tock of the cosmic clock with divine numerology that just don't stop. Welcome to the Palendrone Vortex. Yes, we are here. We've been in it for, it's probably like the third day. For those who don't know, a vortex is like when you have a portal to portal, an opening to a closing, and usually consists of about 9 to 10 days. 9 days or 10 days, and you are in a vortex. This type of vortex, there's different meanings of a vortex. The palindrome, for those who don't know, are numbers that come in a certain type of order that reflect each other, or that has a reflection. So, for example, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That would be a palindrome because you have the 1 on the ends, you have the 2, and then in the middle, you will see something changes in the middle. The pivot is the middle, and the middle gives the reflection on the other side. So a palindrome gives the effect of a reflection. Therefore, this vortex, this palindrome vortex, is reflective. It is showing us or asking us what needs to be reflected, what is being reflected in this vortex, what is happening while you're in the vortex. It is the reflection. You may be the reflection in and of itself. You are either in the reflection or you're seeing the reflection of the vortex or within it. So, with that said, this one particularly is in this month, this year. Every year it comes in a certain month because it depends on what the dates look like by the year, right? By the month in the year. So, this one is in June because you have the 6th, and then you have the year being a 6, and it's how you write the date, right? So, this is excluding 20, the 20 in the entire year. So this is with using the last two digits of the year, 26. So if you were to write the date, you would write it, which most people do, you would write 6 22 26. Now without the dash, and you just look at those numbers, you'll see 6226, right? And the 2, the middle in the number, is what pivots it. So you have the 6 at the end, and then you'll have the 2 all through this palindrome, and the number in the middle is what changes. So for example, it started on the 20th. The palindrome will start from the 20th to the 29th because it is the 2, the 20s, the 2, that is that reflective 2 from the 2 in the 26. So what do I mean? And you can write it out and look at it for yourself. You'll see on the 20th, 6, 2, 0, 2, 6, 6, 20, 26, 26. And yesterday would have been the 21st. By the way, this is late, so most of you may not see this till later. It would be 2, 2, 1, 2, 6, because you have 2, 21, 26. And as I said today, we got the triple twos. We got the 2, 22, 26. And then the next day, which is probably when you all will see this, it would be 2, 2, 3, 2, 6. Not 2, sorry, 6, 2, 3, 2, 6, because it'll be 6, 23, 26. All right, so, and it'll be like this all the way through the 29th. And so, what's so significant and special about this day, because I was just going to fully rest, but today is the palindrome 62226. And so let me give you a bit of download. Now that I explained what the palindrome is, I'm going to share what it means for us on this day. What's so significant about these numbers? Well, first of all, the 6 is a receptive completion. So whatever the numbers are in between, it is all within the window, the reflective window, 6 and a 6. It is all within a receptive completion. So there is major receptivity that is happening. And today it was specifically great because it's right after the solstice, and we have these code numbers of 6 with the 222 in the middle. And that is what really caught my eye and attention because I saw the numbers 222. And I'll explain that as well. I'm going to share this with you, what it is. So what does this mean specifically? Right, besides just being a palindrome and the numbers and the science of the numbers, divine numerology, the triple, this is the meaning that you can extract from it. The triple harmony of duality. That's 2 is the harmony of duality. 6 is receptive completion. which, by the way, is the second main portal in the 369. So the triple harmony of duality within receptive completion is infused into a triple receptive completion. What do I mean by that? Because that 222 becomes a 6. When you infuse that in, it becomes a 6, 2, 4, 6. And so then you will see 666. So there's something mystical, magical kind of happening with these numbers in its definition and what it means. Now, this day code, this particular day code holds a code of complete receptive activity, right? So, and it's holding this code as we do what? We integrate the light codes from the solar maximum of this summer solstice on the first day after the 3 days of stillness, right? Which is what we're in right now. The solstice is being still, and then there are 3 days that it is still before the sun moves. So this on the 222, this would be the first day. So this is a major moment that is saying to us, be receptive of these light codes. All these light codes you got on the solar maximum, now it is time to be receptive. See, when we listen to the time, when we listen to the divine that is within, and through the numerology, it is speaking to us clearly to say, be receptive. All that you have taken in, receive it. And with a harmony of duality within, that type of receptivity that holds the code of a 222, a harmony of duality. Now, speaking of the 222, right? With the 222 in the middle, right, there holds a code of triple harmony of duality as a trinity of completion that signifies it is the harmony of duality within, right? The harmony of duality within here as the masculine feminine of soul consciousness that balances or holds the balance of this receptive completion. It is the harmony of duality that is within, that is the masculine feminine, that is the conscious and subconscious mind, right? And being that, yes, on the summer solstice, we also had it on the awakening of the divine masculine, which comes after the awakening of the divine feminine a month prior. So this is holding that harmony. It's saying that this is the sacred union that is taking place within mind, right? And so it holds the balance of this receptive completion, this entire receptive completion. So the question is, what have we allowed ourselves to receive, right, on this day, or as you reflect on this day? And particularly with the wounds from Chiron in Taurus that is sextile to the sun, particularly that. So what have we allowed ourselves to receive, and particularly these wounds, because of that sextile encoding in us, activating and asking us, what is it that you're seeing in all that is happening? What has come up for you? And what have you allowed yourself to receive within that? The message that has come within those wounds as the sun holds its light codes on it for us to really take a look at it and brings it to the surface. Right now, also with this 222, also this is a confirmation. This is how I first saw the 222. Also, there's a confirmation of this 222 code in the day being the 22, the 22nd, 22, and the date code, or the code of the day or date, being a 2. That's how I first saw 222. And what do I mean by that? The date code, or the day code as I may call it, is when you add up all the digits of the day, meaning 6, 22, 20, 22. So this is including the 20 in the entire year, the 4 digits in the entire year. So when you count up all of those digits, you're going to get 20, right? And I know some people may be saying, hey, I don't get it, it's 20. When you see a 20, it is always a 2, because that's it. The 0 is a 0. And when we are looking at the numbers of infinite 9, from 1 through 9, it will be reduced to a 2. For example, if you saw the number 21, it would be reduced to a 3, because you have the 2 and the 1, and that is a 3. on the numbers scale of